IACP 2024 is equipped to innovate. But what does that mean and what's in store for this exciting week ahead? Well, I'm absolutely delighted now to be joined by Talucci and Terry Cunningham here in the studio to discuss just that. Gentlemen, welcome.
Thank you. Good to see you again, Stephen.
Good to see you, Stephen.
Good to see you too. Just this last time we were by the seaside, but it was a bit warmer, right?
A tad. It's going to warm up.
It's lovely to be here in Boston. So let's kick off. What's the year been like for the IACP? What are some of the highlights and maybe challenges of the year?
So I would start. Clearly, our highlight is for more than a decade now. We've grown our membership again this year, hitting another record high for the 12th consecutive year, I believe it is.
Well, yeah.
And for us, that shows value. People see value in being a member of the IACP, which equates to us having more of an advocacy weight and voice when we talk about topics, which leads to folks wanting to come to the IACP conference in Boston 2024, sure. Which leads to a lot of education. So how we look at it, Stephen, is the value that IACP provides to our individual members is just built upon by the value that we provide our individual members.
Yeah, I just add that I don't think the organization's ever been healthier from a financial standpoint or from a growth standpoint. Whatever metric you want to use, we're in really good shape.
So what are some of the new things that you've been innovating with this year in 2024?
Well, first I'd like to start some of our grant programs that we've been working on. So our CRITAC program, which is our Collaborative Reform Initiative Technical Assistance Center, has been very, very successful. A lot of our VALA work that we've been doing, so officer safety and wellness, suicide prevention, been very successful. Resiliency training, doing some work on, the committees have been doing some work on artificial intelligence, right. As it relates to the police, which, there's a lot going on there, there's a lot happening. And then again, a lot of our entrepreneurial services, our leadership services, our Women in Policing Institute.
And we've showed a real growth in global engagement.
Right.
That continues to be a strong point for us and an area of focus relative to making sure that we're not only touching the police agencies in North America, but around the globe. So signing MOUs with Francopol, and we have another MOU we're signing this week with some cities in Spain, just to make sure that we're leveraging the best of the respective organizations when we come together as a collective.
Looking at policing as a whole now, what do you think are some of the biggest issues that face policing in 2024?
I think and I'll defer to Terry on this, but I think trust, officer safety and wellness, and recruitment and retention remain as mainstays on topical areas of focus for us. I'll touch on one thing, the officer safety and wellness aspect of it, not new to us, not new to the field. But in our 5th year, I believe our annual our conference for officer safety and wellness this year broke records. Right. Technology, as Terry mentioned, AI, our technology conference broke attendance records. Our impaired driving and traffic safety conference broke records. So back to the value, and to Terry's point, the metrics, they're speaking to us, right? We're providing value, people are contending, and they're taking that and going forward and doing good things.
Yeah, but just to add on to what Vince said, recruitment and retention still remains probably #1 right now for the profession. And what we're seeing is it's not just here in the United States, we're seeing it around the globe. As we travel and deal with our policing partners, whether it's overseas or here, I mean, trying to recruit people into it is #1 challenge for us. But trying to retain people, trying to keep people here, it's like trying to fill a cup that's got no bottom in it. It just keeps running out on us. But I think that as Vince mentioned, our trust building campaign is just really helping us to build trust in not only in the communities, but with those folks that want to become police officers. Right. So I think that makes a huge difference.
So 2024 in Boston, give me some of the highlights.
We're thrilled to be back in Boston. We haven't been here since 2006, I believe.
Yeah.
And at the time, Boston was one of our most well-attended, if not the most well-attended conference in our history up to that point. We're expecting a pretty big crowd. For us, subject matter, you'll hear from all the policymakers that you want to hear from, whether it's the FBI director or a panel with the DEA administrator, the Marshal Service, the ATF director. We'll hear about media engagement, any number of things. There's no shortage of topics to get elbow deep in here at the IACP.
Yeah, we got about 250 workshops on top of the big stage events that we have here. We also have a contested election this year for our 3rd vice president. So we're asking folks that are eligible to vote to get out there and vote as well.
And I'd be remiss, Stephen, if we didn't talk about Chiefs Night this year. One of the hallmark events at the IACP conference this year, IACP2024, will be at TD Garden,
Right.
and it will be a concert venue event where folks will come and have fun, and you'll be hearing from artists from the Gin Blossoms to Rascal Flatts to ZZ Top. So there'll be a little bit of something for everybody's musical tastes at Chiefs Night this year.
Something to look forward to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, thanks both ever so much indeed for joining us. Really appreciate it. I hope you have a great week. Thank you.
Great, thanks for having us,
Appreciate
Stephen.
it.
Thank you.